What if I told you Earth wasn't just the toughest planet in the galaxy, but the one place that made warlords tremble, diplomats retreat, and entire civilizations rewrite survival itself? The harrowing screams erupted precisely at 14:30 Galactic Standard Time, a truly inopportune moment. Comment, "I'm ready," if you believe Earth might be the deadliest planet in the universe. Let's begin. The Death World Survivors Summit was envisioned as a refined gathering, a place where celebrated combatants could swap tales of battle scars over top-shelf synthetic spirits. Instead, someone's life support system catastrophically failed mid-meal. Commander Thraxol of the Korak Dominion grimaced as his respirator sputtered and ceased, forcing him to inhale raw, unfiltered station air like a common savage. The deep crimson scales lining his neck muscles tightened with palpable irritation as he violently struck the faulty device with his clawed fist. "Exquisite!" he snarled, his voice bearing the unmistakable gravelly quality of a being whose homeworld's atmosphere consisted of approximately 40% sulfuric acid vapor. 300 cycles enduring the blighted crimson wastelands of Korak Prime, and I'm destined to perish from breathing stale recycled air in a backwater space station. Across the crystalline conference table, Elder Vexar of the Shattered Realms emitted a sound akin to wind chimes ravaged by a tempest. The Vexar's ethereal blue form wavered and shattered as internal pressure systems realigned, unleashing dazzling fractal light displays across surfaces scarred by continent-splitting quakes. "Your grievance lacks scope," Scalebearer Vikshar boomed through specialized vocal crystals woven into the table. "My atmospheric recycler has been operating at a mere 60% for the last solar cycle. I'm slowly suffocating while striving for diplomatic grace." The third member of their exclusive conclave, Hive Singer Skrit, from the Threnody Collective, emitted a sound approximating laughter, a frenzied, rapid-fire clicking akin to a malfunctioning Geiger counter. Her massive compound eyes, each the size of a human fist, mirrored the station's urgent flickering lights, creating patterns that would have instantly triggered severe dizziness in most carbon-based beings. "Atmospheric worries are for beings that necessitate precise gaseous compositions," she chirped, mandibles clicking with genuine amusement. "My kind thrives on radiation as sustenance. This station's subtle energy aura barely registers as a mere nibble. The Galactic Council's yearly, the Death World Ascendance Assembly, initially envisioned as a diplomatic endeavor for the galaxy's most resilient societies to exchange survival strategies and recount their planet's inventive daily murder attempts, has evolved over 5 decades into the cosmos's most prestigious boasting tournament, where everyone excels. Commander Thrazul reclined in his fortified chair, custom-built for his towering stature and penchant for imprinting claw marks on furnishings during discussions. Lively banter, as our life support systems introduce unforeseen complexities to this assembly. Perhaps initiating with ecological threat evaluations is wise. He summoned his personal data interface with a flourish, a movement lethal to beings of less resilient design. Korak Prime endures surface temperatures spanning 200 to 400 degrees standard, fluctuating based on the capricious solar flares of our triune suns, and boasts an atmosphere rich in concentrated levels of hydrogen sulfide, methane, and what our scientific divisions identify as intensely corrosive rare gases. The monitor presented visuals so disturbing they'd necessitate therapeutic intervention for most galactic civilizations. Expansive crimson wastelands where pulverized osseous remains of deceased creatures constituted the primary sand composition. mountain ranges which were, in reality, colossal coralesque structures erected by predators utilizing the ossified remains of their quarry. Oceans of molten metal that seethed during daylight hours and solidified into acutely sharp formations nocturnally. Pediatric survival protocols commence. At the tender age of 3, Standard Thraxel persevered, radiating unmistakable pride. By 10, fledglings are mandated to traverse the Screaming Valleys solo, a venture demanding mastery of subterranean labyrinths, all while evading the bone collectors, territorial scavengers preying upon fear pheromones. Vixar's crystalline structure morphed, generating melodic resonances akin to refined doubt. Your organic resilience is truly formidable, yet ponder the desolate landscapes of Vexi Prime. The ancient monitor flickered, illuminating. Landscapes sculpted by a visionary architect obsessed with geometry and physics, radiant crystalline forests amplifying seismic tremors, cities nestled in living crystal formations that organically reshape and unpredictably migrate. Our homeworld endures constant tectonic flux. Vixar clarified, the planetary crust reconfigures roughly every 72 hours. Vixi children master harmonic frequency navigation within the crystal matrix as geographical landmarks are ephemeral. Location images unveiled youthful Vexi, miniature radiant echoes of their ancestors, traversing caverns morphing instantaneously to symphonic rhythms exclusive to their kind. Moreover, our binary star system's gravity generates space-time distortions, frequently inverting local space-time. Demanding navigational calculations include temporal shifts. Acknowledging destinations may regress causally during transit. Hive's vibrant chirping escalated to amplitudes necessitating advanced industrial hearing protection. For most species, tectonic instability and solar radiation pose no authentic threats. Witness the grandeur of the Threnody nesting grounds. Her vivid depiction unveiled a seemingly self-devouring world, the surface a chaotic tapestry of radiation storms, visible even from orbit. Purple lightning lashed upwards towards aurora-like phenomena that writhed and pulsed with predatory intelligence. Threnody Prime exists within the event horizon of a collapsed neutron star, Skrit elucidated with palpable gravity. Satisfaction. Our environment consists mainly of supercharged ionized particles, accelerated to near light speed by gravitational forces. What you perceive as background radiation is registering at levels that would obliterate most galactic civilizations in mere microseconds. The visuals depicted Threnody younglings, insectoid beings the size of compact aircraft, engaging in playful activities centered on capturing and devouring energy bursts that descended from the heavens like radiant snow. Threnody maturation demands exposure to progressively potent radiation fields, she elaborated. Exclusively, those who can endure cosmic radiation akin to stellar core heat. Roughly 60% of us reach true apotheosis. The trio of warriors relaxed, life support harmonizing, each convinced their galaxy sector birthed the deadliest civilization. Then, the door chimed. Ah. Commander Thrazel resonated, eyes glued to his datapad. His screen flashed. More attendees? It seems the esteemed delegates from the Molten Throne have graced us with their presence. The portal's AI buzzed, initiating customary diplomatic procedures. Incoming delegation detected. Atmospheric composition verified. Optimal 21% oxygen, 78% nitrogen. Trace elements nominal for sustaining carbon-based organisms. Elder Vexar's multifaceted form subtly adjusted, mimicking cordial interest. Simultaneously, the collective gaze of the hive, with their insectile eyes, zeroed in, a silent, anticipatory assessment, ensuring atmospheric compliance. Propose marginal ecological adjustment. This ought to captivate the portal smoothly dilated, disclosing 3 silhouettes that extinguished all dialogue in the room. A total silence that swept like a sudden blackout. They were diminutive, approximately 6 feet tall, boasting delicate roseate complexions, seemingly prone to laceration upon encountering even moderate wind. Their appendages presented as formed of pliable matter that contorted in manners that implied either unparalleled artistry or devastating structural collapse. Zero visible armor, absent environmental protection, negligible life support, save ornamental fabrics. Alarming, they nonchalantly breathed station atmosphere. The lead figure, seemingly female, entered with confidence only beings impervious to planetary annihilation possess, clad in basic blue fabric and carrying a compact, rectangular device, undoubtedly a rudimentary computing mechanism. "Greetings," she announced, her voice resonating effortlessly through the chamber's atmosphere, seemingly without technological aid. "Apologies for our tardiness. The transit between here and the Sol system was exceptionally congested." Commander Thrazel's breathing apparatus emitted a hissing sound, reminiscent of steam escaping a ruptured pressure tank. Elder Vixar's crystalline structure became utterly immobile, ushering in an unprecedented and complete silence within the recorded annals of Vexi Hive history. Singer's chirps were severed so abruptly, an almost palpable silence descended upon the chamber. The being, undeniably human despite their expectations, surveyed the room with courteous curiosity, seemingly unfazed by the scrutiny of 6 alien eyes, usually reserved for dissecting volatile explosives. "This is the Death World Survivors Symposium, correct?" she inquired, glancing at her rectangular device. "We received an invitation. Via diplomatic pathways, touching upon mutual survival tactics and ecological resilience approaches, Dr. Jessica Walsh, Earth Colonial Administration, addressed the galaxy's formidable apex predators, flanked by Dr. Marcus Thompson, Atmospheric Sciences, and Lieutenant Colonel Rebecca Foster, Planetary Survival Training, at the crystalline conference table. Effortless poise of individuals well-versed in demanding settings, Dr. Walsh retrieved a chair, crafted for beings roughly twice her stature, and occupied it with the ease of a seasoned interstellar conference attendee. "Enlighten me further. I trust you'll permit us to contribute to this discourse," she inquired, activating her computing device. "We've compiled some Earth-centric environmental data. We felt it might offer valuable comparative insights." Commander Thraxel located his. "A voice-first approach is quite remarkable, particularly given your species' inclination for dramatic pronouncements. So your kind endures on a planet of formidable challenges, a veritable death world. Yes, Doctor?" Walsh momentarily halted her preparations, her surprise palpable. "Well, we refer to it as Earth. Most of us simply perceive it as home." She indicated her colleagues with a familiar gesture, the same ease she employed with her equipment. "Is there perhaps a formal system for assessing planetary viability that we should be made aware of?" "We're quite nascent within the interstellar community." Silence ensued, drawn out enough for perceptible evolutionary leaps across numerous species. Elder Vixar's crystalline form realigned, emanating sounds akin to a circumspect query, detail your homeworld's environmental attributes for comparative analysis. Dr. Walsh's face illuminated, transforming into an expression universally. "Exuberant," she declared. "Earth boasts extraordinary environmental diversity." A holographic display ignited, captivating the alien warriors. 71% liquid water, she began. Oceans averaging 12,000 feet, depths exceeding 36,000 feet. Pressure there, 1,000 atmospheres. The display revealed endless blue horizons. Commander Thraxel's voice, a relic unheard since the Bone Collector skirmish, pierced the gloom, a darkness that would necessitate high-intensity lighting for most species. "Your terrestrial sphere is saturated in universal solvent." Dr. Walsh, perplexed, responded, "Indeed, it's simply water. We swim, sail, fish in it, and derive sustenance from it." Lieutenant Colonel Foster added, keen to chime in, "Furthermore, several of our leisure pursuits encompass it." Deliberately plunging into it, navigating deep-sea exploration, competitive swimming, entire thriving sectors are founded on aquatic amusement. Dr. Thompson affirmed eagerly, "And beyond mere liquid, we possess frozen expanses at the poles and towering peaks, atmospheric water vapor sculpting weather phenomena, and subterranean water networks." The three extraterrestrial delegates exchanged knowing glances that, under ordinary circumstances, would demand immediate diplomatic action. Hivesinger Skrit's chirping escalated to frequencies inducing noticeable structural resonance. "This very conference table, your species hails from a habitat dominated by a compound that devours nearly all known substances." Dr. Walsh appeared utterly baffled. "I mean, yes, water is an exceptional solvent, but it doesn't instantaneously obliterate everything. Time is a crucial factor." She paused, seemingly grasping the deeper ramifications. "However, if your composition is inherently water-soluble, that would present a significant challenge. Are you, by any chance, water-soluble?" The question lingered palpably in the air. The chamber's air hangs heavy, a volatile concoction primed to detonate with a single misspoken word. Commander Thraxel's scales now blaze crimson, a stark indicator of either unbridled fury or complete mental unraveling. "You luxuriate in universal solvent for leisure." "Well, not universal solvent, Doctor," Walsh gently clarified. "Merely ordinary water, H2O. Though I must concede, ocean water, enriched with salts and minerals, possesses a heightened chemical reactivity." She then unveiled another segment of her presentation, showcasing depictions of humans participating in immersive aquatic adventures abound, gliding through mysterious submarine caverns, daring cliff jumps into vigorous rapids. Even as children frolic amidst waves of near cataclysmic force, Lieutenant Colonel Foster cheerfully reassures, "The ocean is remarkably secure with proper expertise." But he elaborates, "Undoubtedly there are currents, tides, tempests, and predatory aquatic creatures, yet that is merely part of the thrill." Meanwhile, Elder Vixar's resonating harmony intensified to a frequency capable of shattering any glass within the room. "Life that views your kind as sustenance," Dr. Thompson's fervor for his topic was becoming ever so conspicuous. "Indeed. Sharks take note. Certain species burgeon to 20 feet, armed with rows upon rows of teeth, honed for rending flesh. Magnificent predators, truly." He showcased visuals compelling the trio of alien warriors to instinctively assess their defense systems. Great whites, tiger sharks, bull sharks, sublime hunters, each the epitome of aquatic predation's evolutionary craft. Some wield bites at staggering pressures exceeding 4,000 tonneaux per square inch. The visuals revealed streamlined shapes navigating shadowy depths with lethal elegance. Rows of razor-sharp teeth shimmering like scalpels, eyes mirroring light with the chilling intellect of flawless predators. And people swim with these beasts. A chorus of eerie clicks and chirps escalated, inducing harmonic vibrations in the chamber's support structure. "Indeed, some do," Dr. Walsh responded, his tone suggesting a casual discussion of leisure activities. Cage diving with great whites is surprisingly sought after. Leisure pursuit offering specialized tour firms. She indicated her associates. Rebecca's certified for immersive shark encounters. She's navigated nocturnal hammerhead dives. Lieutenant Colonel Foster affirmed, radiating pride. Hammerheads epitomize majestic creatures, exquisitely tailored to their habitat. Interacting with them resembles a dance with the very essence of evolution. If you were an alien, would you dare step foot on Earth? Drop your answer below. The trio of extraterrestrial delegates absorbed this data silently, recalibrating underlying presumptions regarding. Simultaneous universe survival strategies are failing. Commander Thraxel's strained voice cracked. Your world is blanketed in a corrosive solvent, teeming with predators engineered to devour you, yet you leisurely swim amongst them. Dr. Walsh pondered, realizing she might be overlooking a critical element. Presented that way, she conceded, it does seem remarkably perilous. Acknowledged, yet the oceans are merely one facet. Terrestrial zones present profoundly unique ecological hurdles. She ignited the subsequent segment with palpable excitement. Earth's diverse terrestrial ecosystems encompass lush tropical rainforests, frigid Arctic tundra, scorching deserts surpassing 130 degrees, and towering mountain ranges exceeding 29,000 feet. These accompanying visuals depicted landscapes demanding specialized gear and rigorous survival expertise for safe passage, even for advanced galactic civilizations. Jungles, treacherous terrains where flora displayed toxic or predatory traits. Frigid wastelands with winds morphing ice into ominous, abstract sculptures by wrathful deities. Boundless deserts simmering under scorching skies, lethal to most life forms via radiation. And still, people persevere. Elder Vikshar's complex sonic patterns now bordered emergency distress frequencies, emanating from and shaping the lives and work within those harsh regions. Them raise families in them, Dr. Thompson confirmed. Human civilization has remarkably established enduring settlements in virtually every terrestrial environment our planet presents. And Lieutenant Colonel Foster advanced slightly, her demeanor implying she was delving into the most captivating aspects of the briefing. And furthermore, as to meteorological conditions, the term weather immediately commanded the full focus of all three alien warriors, a concentration typically reserved for imminent ballistic threats, whether Commander Throwell's vocal generator articulated the utterance as such. Undoubtedly, it felt deeply personal, Dr. Walsh asserted, initiating another display. Earth's atmospheric dynamics birthed some truly astonishing meteorological spectacles. The visuals demanded significant psychological resilience from any species attempting to comprehend them. Imagine spiraling cloud formations, extending hundreds of miles, swirling with kinetic forces capable of energizing minor societies. Envision electric tempests where lightning relentlessly assaulted the terrain with the ferocity of constant artillery fire, and tornado outbreaks violently reshaping entire ecosystems. Military engineering's pinpoint accuracy can unleash hurricane-force winds exceeding 200 mph. The extreme pressure variations could implode structures, Dr. Thompson elucidated, captivated. Tornadoes intensify that devastation. Lieutenant Colonel Foster noted, winds exceeding 300 mph concentrate in a narrow column. The fierce rotation turns debris into projectiles or transports homes miles away, plus lightning strikes. Enduring can soar to a scorching 50,000 degrees, a staggering 5 times the sun's surface temperature. Each discharge surges with electrical power sufficient to energize a small metropolis for several weeks. She gestured towards the visuals with practiced ease. Naturally, weather conditions are typically temperate. These scenarios are simply exceptional occurrences. The chamber's advanced atmospheric systems now operated at peak capacity, diligently processing the diverse stress-induced chemical emissions emanating from 3 distinct species concurrently, including Hivescritt's complex eyes, had mastered perception frameworks excruciatingly intense for almost all carbon-based entities. Your kind, your offspring evolve in climates where the atmosphere frequently endeavors to purify the terrain. Not frequently. Dr. Walsh clarified with exactitude, most extreme meteorological occurrences are cyclical or localized. It's hardly perpetual. Pandemonium, she reflected, reassessing that assertion nonetheless. If you encompass all the varied types of extreme weather, hurricanes, tornadoes, blizzards, ice storms, floods, droughts, heat waves, hailstorms, yeah, volatile conditions are perpetually unfolding across our globe. The presenters maintained their composure, explaining common concepts to engaged listeners, seemingly oblivious that their words were triggering a seismic shift in the core beliefs of 3 advanced civilizations, pushing them toward utter pandemonium. The conference chamber's lighting spiraled through unorthodox hues. Commander Thrazul's processor emitted disconcerting sounds, and Elder Vixar resonated at planetary alert levels. I believe, Commander Thrazul stated, his voice a beacon of forced calm. Testimony suggests possible embellishments in planetary accounts. Activating his console with uncharacteristically forceful movements, exceeding standard diplomatic procedure, he initiated, Computer, access Galactic Survey Database, display official planetary classification, Sol System, 3rd planet, and the central display illuminated, revealing the Galactic Council's exhaustive planetary survey interface. Every world encountered by galactic civilization meticulously cataloged, thoroughly analyzed, and systematically classified. Millennia of interstellar exploration yielded refined habitability protocols. Solar 3 designation. Earth, the computer stated, its neutral tone implying a history devoid of significant planetary hazards. Accessing planetary survey data, it continued. Dr. Walsh, glancing up from her documents, remarked with genuine curiosity, intriguing. We've eagerly awaited our formal galactic classification. Data streamed across the display, commencing with fundamental orbital mechanics and atmospheric composition, typical information for any advanced civilization. Then, a warning flashed. Classification status, provisional review. The computer, its tone noticeably faltering, continued. Preliminary survey, flagged for command verification. Atmospheric analysis suggests a potentially lethal composition for 73% of known galactic species. Lieutenant Colonel Foster inquired. An eyebrow shot up 73%, alarmingly high. Geological surveys scream extreme tectonic instability. The relentless computer, heedless of our discomfort, persisted with its data deluge. Planetary surface boasts active volcanoes, seismic hotspots hitting Class 7+, and oceanic trenches exceeding safe exploration depths. Dr. Thompson, captivated by scientific intrigue, queried, "What's the standard safe depth?" Galactic guidelines advise a 300-meter maximum for standard exploration. "The most immersive, life-sustaining atmosphere," the computer stated informatively. Earth's oceanic abysses plummet to over 11,000 meters in various zones. Hives and Kit's escalating chirps now threaten to shatter the conference table's crystal core. 11,000 meters, a crushing depth for most spacecraft. Biological scans reveal predator presence beyond acceptable levels for non-combative approach, the computer declared without pause, including advanced mammalian hunters and supreme reptilian predators. Arthropod species boasting venomous delivery systems and aquatic predators exhibiting collaborative hunting strategies, the display commenced showcasing visuals from the Galactic Survey Team's biological evaluation. Each image integrated updated threat analysis data that would be disturbing concerning when isolated to an individual species, but now appear to be more menacing when linked to the entire ecosystem of the planet. The computer system proclaimed an image showing a creation of an individual with unique idea of predatory innovation, weighing up to 700 kg, with a crushing bite force of around 850 tethersols per square inch, exhibiting fierce territoriality and aggression, inhabiting diverse climates. Commander Thraxel's respirator hissed like a ruptured steam pipe. 700 kilo, dwarfing most fighting vehicles. Crocodilus nioticus, the computer elaborated, warming to the topic. Length reaching 7 meters, a staggering 5,000 pounds per square inch bite, preying via cunning ambush, supremely adapted to extended underwater ambushes, constantly poised to strike. Elderix's harmonic intensified resonance frequencies strained the chamber's structural fortitude. 5,000 kpsi surpassed crushing capacity of most industrial machinery. Unfazed, Panther Leo relentlessly crunched data, exhibiting methodical precision, mimicking coordinated pack hunting, extensive territories, diverse prey, including sentient-level species. Dr. Wash appeared perplexed by unexpected responses to her presentation. Are these metrics anomalous? Lions are formidable, yet not exceedingly infrequent on Earth. She indicated the screen with practiced ease. We maintain wildlife sanctuaries where immersive safaris showcase creatures in their pristine environments. A supremely sought-after excursion for visitors. The alien delegates traded bewildered looks, an expression potentially lethal to beings with weaker hearts. Tourist excursion, Commander Thraxel echoed, his translator conveying a tone that implied a profound re-evaluation of existence. You observe, these creatures willingly disembark from vehicles, Lieutenant Colonel Foster elaborated informatively. While some opt for walking safaris seeking a truly immersive experience, these orchestrated safaris, their collective vocalizations escalating to near-industrial noise levels, deliberately position you within striking distance of coordinated predators. Dr. Thompson affirmed with zeal, it's remarkably secure when done with expertise, professional guides and appropriate protocols. Thorough comprehension of animal behavior, surprisingly low fatality rates, Vixar's complex harmonic patterns nearing crystalline acoustic resonance's mathematical limits. Dr. Walsh, matter-of-factly, wildlife activities involve inherent risk, part of the excitement. The oblivious computer continued its psychological onslaught. The probe's persistent scan of the vessel's interior revealed compelling data. Atmospheric tempests boasted winds over 220 km/h. Electrical storms peaked at 330 strikes minus. Hail exceeded 11 centimeters. Weather satellite views resembled a world-shattering cataclysm, showcasing vast, swirling cloud formations surpassing even advanced star systems in size. Kinetic energy yields rivaling stellar engineering endeavors. Temperature fluctuations span a habitable zone of 40 degrees C to over 50 degrees C. The ever-chipper computer chirped with relentless enthusiasm, immune to the notion of restraint. Extreme zones peaked at over 100 degrees C in scorching deserts and plummeted to under 60 degrees C in frigid polar expanses. Commander Thraxel's scales shimmered with hues beyond most species' visual perception. Your younglings thrive within temperature parameters that would necessitate comprehensive environmental exosuits for a majority of galactic civilizations to endure. Well, we are clothed, Doctors. Walsh elucidated logically, and we've engineered exceptionally advanced climate regulation systems for interior spaces. It's not as if we simply disregard atmospheric conditions. She hesitated, seemingly contemplating her declaration's weight. However, numerous individuals relish outdoor pursuits irrespective of climate. Skiing, mountaineering, desert trekking, Arctic expeditions. Entire sectors thrive on enabling individuals to securely encounter extreme environments, safely. Hive's compound eyes locked into focus patterns that would be medically alarming in most species. "You deem these environments safe, Lieutenant Colonel Foster?" she inquired, reclining with the confident ease of one starting to savor the discussion. Safe is subjective. Every daring endeavor carries inherent risks, but that's its allure. She proudly indicated the display. Humans conquered Everest, our planet's pinnacle at roughly 8,800 miles. The atmosphere there boasts only a third of sea-level oxygen. Temperatures plummet to per 40 degrees, and weather shifts from calm to deadly storms within moments. Yet people still pursue it. Elder Vixar's voluntary harmonic resonance now generated profound overtones, hinting at a catastrophic crystalline structural breakdown. Dr. Thompson noted that it's a top-tier mountaineering feat, claiming hundreds of lives yearly. A whole industry flourishes around extreme altitude climbing, specialist guides, advanced gear manufacturers. The computer, seemingly unsatisfied with its psychological impact, proceeded with a methodical annihilation of 3 civilizations' assumptions regarding viable planetary living. Geological survey reveals active volcanic systems surpassing Class 9 hazard levels, issuing a stark warning. Intense seismic activity features fault lines primed for magnitude 9+ earthquakes. Coastal tsunami threat surpasses safe thresholds for most species. Chilling images depict an apocalyptic scenario. Mountains, dormant volcanoes, snow-capped peaks masking molten fury, adept at sanitizing vast continental coastlines, turning serene blue oceans into towering, aircraft-speed walls of water. Volcanic eruptions. Commander Thraxel's respirator emitted noises indicating a serious design flaw reevaluation. Your planet has active volcanism. Indeed, Dr. Walsh exclaimed, with the excitement one reserves for fascinating geological marvels. Yellowstone, notably, is a supervolcano encompassing the entire park. Perched above a vast magma chamber, spanning 70 kilometers by 50 kilometers, she unveiled geothermal wonders, a stark reminder of nature's raw power demanding utmost caution. Yellowstone, a vacationer's haven, beckons with camping, hiking, and wildlife spectacles. A treasured national park. Though not directly atop, camping near this supervolcano. Scrit's escalating chirps resonated intensely throughout the station. Lieutenant Colonel Foster illuminated that although scenic trails approach intensely active geothermal wonders, scalding hot springs, erupting geysers, and steaming fumaroles, some boil at over 194 degrees. Dr. Thompson affirmed with scientific accuracy, and this is solely Yellowstone. Numerous globally active volcanic regions exist: Hawaii, Iceland, the Pacific Ring of Fire. People journey specifically to witness magnificent volcanic displays. But Elder Vixar's resonating patterns became precarious, began echoing a desperate plea. Volcano tourism thrives, fueling economies with thrilling helicopter expeditions, curated crater treks, and dives into volcanic depths. Experiencing raw geological power firsthand is profoundly captivating. Undeterred, the AI relentlessly cataloged every conceivable earthly demise, its planetary audit revealing microscopic threats capable of systemic collapse in most galactic species it revealed, exhibiting the chilling precision of a protocol utterly devoid of empathy. Bacterial, viral, and parasitic entities showcase remarkable adaptability and immunity to conventional treatments. Microscopic life forms. Commander Thraxel's tone now betrayed a dawning suspicion that the cosmos possessed a sardonic wit, and he was its target. "Oh, bacteria and viruses," Dr. Walsh remarked, with the casual air of someone stating the obvious. "Every world teems with microorganisms. Earth is practically overflowing. A vibrant tapestry of life." She gestured with practiced ease toward the display. "Our defenses are generally quite adept at managing them. However, for severe cases, we employ proactive vaccinations, potent antibiotics, and targeted antivirals. These preventative measures bolster our immune resilience by exposing individuals to attenuated forms of hazardous pathogens, enabling robust recognition and effective combat. Remarkably effective in eradicating several perilous ailments." Dr. Thompson animatedly expounded, his fervor for the topic palpable. "These are merely pathogenic microorganisms. Earth's vast microbiome encompasses countless species that are genuinely advantageous. Gut flora that significantly aid digestion, soil microorganisms that bolster plant development, atmospheric bacteria crucial in regulating climate patterns. Your species has forged mutually beneficial alliances with microscopic entities." Elder Vixar's resonant harmony commenced emitting frequencies exceeding customary boundaries. "Crystalline comms range, obvious," Dr. Walsh affirmed. "Humanity can't thrive without our microbiome. Bacterial cells vastly outnumber human ones." An oppressive silence descended. 3 elite Death World survivors absorbed the revelation, their perception of planetary habitability irrevocably shattered. Commander Thraxel shattered the stillness, his tone a careful blend of diplomacy and veiled existential dread. "Dr. Walsh," he began deliberately, "a profound misapprehension seems to cloud this assembly. This so-called Death World Survivors Summit," he gestured with a restrained flourish, "is exclusively for designated representatives of civilizations showcasing remarkable resilience in planetary environments far exceeding standard habitability limits." Dr. Walsh seemed genuinely intrigued by this distinction. "Ah, I grasp the concept. So you all originate from planets presenting uniquely demanding environmental circumstances, perhaps excessively so?" Hive's melodic chirps and chattering altered, hinting at a profound reevaluation of the core principles underlying communication. Well, of course, Lieutenant Colonel Foster responded logically. Any planet fostering evolved life is by definition. Facing ecological hurdles is intrinsic to evolution. Pressure for survival drives adaptation. She surveyed the chamber, her curiosity subtle. What environmental factors define your home worlds? The query lingered, a silent countdown to a potential diplomatic crisis. What followed breached multiple interspecies accords as 3 suited figures retreated, overwhelmed by Earth's raw climate. Held strong beliefs regarding extraterrestrial guests. Commander Thraxel's gear crackled intensely due to electromagnetic disturbances. Elder Vixar's crystalline structure resonated at frequencies indicative of impending collapse. Hive Circuit's multifaceted eyes struggled to follow the relentless horizontal lightning. Dr. Walsh trailed behind nonchalantly, entirely unfazed by the electrifying cataclysm above. "Just a typical afternoon squall," she remarked blithely, narrowly avoiding a lightning strike a mere 5 meters away. "It should dissipate shortly." She proceeded to gather firewood as the tempest intensified. Upon them, a craving for coffee arose as distress signals pierced through to 3 distinct home fleets. Concurrently, igniting the most expansive interstellar rescue mission in galactic annals, a mere 6 hours later, 47 formidable warships had established orbital dominance around Earth, their captains bracing for the charred remnants of a diplomatic catastrophe. Instead, they stumbled upon a revelation poised to irrevocably reshape the galactic power dynamic for eons to come. Commander Thraxel found himself seated adjacent to a jovial campfire, observing Dr. Walsh meticulously roasting what seemed to be cylindrical provisions over the crackling flames, as lethal electrical discharges persistently cascaded from above. His protective envirosuit, overwhelmed, ceased attempting to regulate the extreme external conditions, and now emitted an array of diagnostic error notifications in 17 distinct languages. "These are designated marshmallows," Dr. Walsh articulated, skillfully manipulating a metallic skewer. "A cherished outdoor staple, roasting them until they attain peak golden brown perfection, followed by strategically lodging them between sugary biscuits with chocolate." She showcased her seasoned technique with notable finesse as a thunderous lightning discharge illuminated the surroundings, striking merely 30 meters distant, landscape in sharp detail, triggering seismic readings across 3 continents. Elder Vixar's crystalline form resonated dangerously, hinting at imminent collapse. Via emergency channels, the being relayed to orbital command. "Surface conditions are extremely perilous. I'm detecting intense harmonic stress. Atmospheric electrical discharge surpasses weapon-grade levels. Yet the human delegation seems remarkably unfazed." Environmental threats. The Vexi Fleet Commander unleashed disruptive frequencies, necessitating robust industrial-grade hearing safeguards for most species to endure. Ground team leader confirms humans unfazed. "They're grilling edibles amidst an electrical storm." Bixar's crystal matrix twisted into forms indicative of extreme sensory overload. Yet they perceive this madness as ideal for leisurely pastimes. Lieutenant Colonel Foster initiated hot beverage distribution with unwavering military exactness, seemingly oblivious to the utter absurdity of the situation. Movements within a vibrant electrical tempest were diligently tracked by 47 distinct targeting systems. "Coffee's on," she chirped brightly, extending cups to the 3 environmental suits registering external conditions hostile to known life. Brewed it extra potent. Nothing beats robust coffee amidst captivating weather. Hivemind's multifaceted gaze followed a subsequent energy surge that ripped through the air nearby, supercharging the atmosphere. Her comm array blared with urgent signals as she struggled to stay connected with Orbital Command, Fleet Command. She broadcasted a distorted message through the crackling static, indicating extreme operational stress. Request urgent reassessment of threat protocols regarding human interaction. The Threnody Fleet Commander's reply echoed the bewilderment across multiple command tiers. Elaborate on threat level. Ground team advocates swift approval for all human diplomatic outreaches. The script commanded her vocal cords, generating sounds bordering on outright alarm. A species so adept at environmental mastery warrants consideration as supremely valuable partners. Dr. Thompson, with palpable scientific ardor, deployed his research gear, meticulously charting the tempest. Extraordinary electromagnetic activity, he declared, fine-tuning apparatus miraculously operational amid conditions that would obliterate most galactic tech. Cutting-edge tech, peak discharge rates nearing 1650 strikes per minute within a 40-kilometer radius. He indicated the mesmerizing atmospheric spectacle, conveying wonder at a captivating natural event rather than conditions that spurred 3 military fleets to action. Weather patterns possess incredible dynamism. This remains a fairly modest thunderstorm when contrasted with the monstrous supercell formations typical of peak season. The 3 fleet commanders meticulously followed this report via emergency communication channels, and the unnerving silence from orbit implied multiple sophisticated societies were reassessing core beliefs concerning intelligence and the will to endure. Dr. Walsh, Commander Thraxel's tone betrayed that his race's diplomatic protocols hadn't accounted for chats amidst planetary armaments. Your representatives deem this standard for your planet? Dr. Walsh briefly halted the construction of her grilled masterpiece, visibly pondering the query as another electric arc briefly transformed the air into ionized plasma. She stated, "Well, this is rather typical summer weather around here." Her tone suggested someone analyzing commonplace meteorological figures, although I imagine it could appear quite dramatic if you're unaccustomed to Earth's atmospheric dynamics. Casually gesturing towards the ongoing electrical spectacle, she added, "Thunderstorms are merely pressure imbalances striving for a state of equilibrium. Electromagnetic displays are breathtaking yet entirely organic occurrences," Lieutenant Colonel Foster acknowledged, exhibiting clear admiration for the science. Moreover, they significantly bolstered the ecosystem via nitrogen cycling, atmospheric purification, hydrological processes, and planetary meteorology, all exceptionally effective and stunning. Dr. Thompson amplified with fervent zeal. There's a profound wonder in beholding such raw power, akin to minor celestial outbursts. The extraterrestrial delegation remained profound silence. Their specialized envirosuits analyzed catastrophic conditions, surpassing even planetary bombardment levels on their home worlds, as humans casually appreciated atmospheric havoc as a beautiful spectacle. Fleet Commander Thraxel, in increasingly formal reports, urged swift adoption of revised protocols for engaging humanity. The Corvac Fleet Commander responded, his tone indicating deep conceptual disorientation. Ages of strategic military thinking outline crucial guidelines. Surface teams should fully embrace diplomatic needs. Thraxel's response, delivered with calculated accuracy, held implications that would redefine interstellar affairs. A species capable of enjoying leisure amidst aerial bombardment warrants consideration as invaluable strategic partners, The tempest had begun its departure, yet electrical surges persisted, registering intensities necessitating universal evacuation protocols. "Excellent timing!" Dr. Walsh exclaimed, consulting her device with delight. "The weather's improving perfectly on schedule. Tomorrow's poised for our demonstration." She streamlined her equipment prep with practiced ease, suggesting this felt like a delightful pastime rather than a military-grade emergency rescue. So who's thrilled about the Great Barrier Reef expedition? Forecasts predict stunning conditions, tranquil seas, exceptional visibility, simply optimal. Immersing for extended underwater exploration, the communication arrays emitted sounds hinting that 3 fleet commanders were undergoing intense strategic reassessment. Elderix's underwater harmonic patterns resonated with emergency broadcast frequencies. "Precisely," Dr. Walsh exclaimed, filled with zeal. "Scuba diving with marine megapora represents Earth's ultimate recreational pursuit. We'll be closely monitoring apex predators." Predators thrive in their natural hunting grounds. Lieutenant Colonel Foster, visibly thrilled to share captivating encounters, exclaimed, "Great white sharks, tiger sharks, bull sharks. They're exceptionally dynamic now. Ideal for intimate observation, Dr. Thompson affirmed with scientific rigor. Certain individuals attain lengths surpassing 6 meters, generating bite pressures over 2 tons per square inch. Flawlessly honed predators possessing sensory prowess to perceive electrical fields and chemical signatures. Part per billion traces reveal environmental suits registered extreme stress, indicating occupants processed data defying core risk assessment principles. 3 months later, the Galactic Council held the biggest emergency session in interstellar history. Groundbreaking legislation radically overhauled diplomatic protocols galaxy-wide. The Sol system was immediately designated a Class X restricted zone, with mandatory, streamlined protocols for civilian vessels and expedited processing for diplomatic envoys. Humanity's applications to the Galactic Consortium were ratified with unparalleled speed, premised on the notion that any species mastering Earth must possess compelling justifications. Consequently, the annual Death World Survivors Convention was permanently transferred to a remote Wolf 359 station, ensuring maximal safety margins. Human space, retaining vital emergency comms. Human requests for cultural programs received swift approval from all galactic civilizations, enhanced by courteous interest and confidential military directives to prepare contingency protocols for a cosmos where the most perilous species deemed planetary catastrophes amusing. Dr. Walsh secured official recognition from the Earth Colonial Administration for unparalleled effectiveness. Galactic debut of human potential via holographic relay across 89 light-years sparked logistical intrigue, yet colleagues hailed the demo a triumph during the virtual gala. Earth's unique biosphere captivated all, as Lieutenant Colonel Foster beamed. "This cultural immersion is soaring. 17 species crave Earth expeditions." Dr. Thompson's exuberant scientific passion illuminated the extreme volcanic landscapes, proving exceptionally captivating. Many interstellar civilizations apparently lack exposure to active lava or geothermal phenomena. A brief flicker disrupted the holographic feed, its origin uncertain, technological glitch or subconscious anxiety from distant attendees. Unfazed, the humans, completely oblivious, initiated preparations for a daring territorial venture. Witness the awe-inspiring interstellar tourism program showcasing Earth's stunning natural wonders. Across the galaxy, advanced civilizations discreetly devised novel threat assessments, tailored for species that viewed survival as mere entertainment. If this story made you see Earth differently, like, share, and comment your favorite Death World moment below. Earth inadvertently accomplished the impossible, total galactic ascendancy, by being simply too perilous to confront. Earth inadvertently accomplished the impossible, total galactic ascendancy, by being simply too perilous to confront. The cosmos absorbed a crucial truth concerning the intricate link between ecological resilience and geopolitical influence. Humanity was beautifully ignorant that they had dominated, explored space, merely by illustrating how their concept of a delightful outdoor excursion would be considered a rigorous military endurance drill by the rest of the galactic community, which, as humans are fond of saying, was simply another ordinary day on